we were like on a goose chase for one of the visits, and I mean, I drove all the way out to a town, and they weren't there.
Okay. I will address that with family court. What I can tell you is that sibling visits have to happen for a total of 4 hours a month. Now, what that combination of those 4 hours looks like is really something that needs to be worked out with the agency and the team. So whether it's weekly or whether it's just 4 hours a month, they just have to see each other for 4 hours a month. And some of the issue was related to actually doing them at a facility may really be around COVID, because people offices aren't able to.
Yeah, and now with COVID going back to effect, I mean, is it not something where he can actually see his sister, his sister's on like maybe a video chat or something like that due to COVID?
So let me say this. Let me say this. So at this point, we have not been given directive that visitation is suspended. However, that may very well occur. If that does occur, then the agency is expected to facilitate or to encourage phone and video preferably, contact between the children and siblings.
Because he's not getting that either.
Okay. Well, right now, while it's in person, they don't have to do that.
But he's not getting either. He's not getting.
Right.
Yeah, he's not getting either one.
Yeah.
And he's definitely not getting 4 hours. Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely address that with them, because that is something that they have a right to do. They have a right to maintain contact with their siblings.
Right.
So that will be addressed.
Thank you
very much, Nikki, for that update. I appreciate it.
Thank you. No problem.
No problem.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
And thank you for the care you're providing. All right. Hold tight, Jessica, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, bye. You can join the meeting after the host admits you.
We need to help her right out. What was his name? Harley? Counseling?
Please hold.
Letters not being addressed. Or concerns.
Please continue to hold.
Church.
You will now be connected to the meeting.
Jessica, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, Jessica, that was Peggy. I have actually asked her I have disconnected her from the call. I am not going to have her participate right now because of the no contact order.
I appreciate that.
No problem. We just want to keep everything real clean. Okay, so we're done with Harley. We're going to go ahead and move on to Haley.
Okay.
I had to see who was next in the service plan. Miss Haley is next. And her caregiver is not on the call, so we're going to have to just go with the information that I have available to me. And if you have questions, I will try to address those with the agency, okay?
Okay.
Same permanency goal of return home, and it is also rated unsatisfactory. The first objective, so the kids' objectives are the same. In terms of, we want them going to school and having their academic needs met, we want them to have their medical needs met, and we want them to have their mental health needs met. So all of their objectives are the same, okay?
Okay.
Haley's medical is evaluated as satisfactory as well. It says she's been attending her medical appointments. Her orthodontist won't see her right now due to a previous bill. It says that was owed by you. I'm not sure if that's something you can address.
That was due to
then,
COVID and them not probably stopping the payments since nobody could go in there. I'll have to check that out.
Okay. So yeah, can I ask you just to follow up with her previous orthodontist on that?
Yeah, there was also an issue with a surgery because somehow my medical card got all messed up. Not sure how that really happened either.
A surgery for who? For Haley?
Yeah, that was the next part of her braces because I was paying cash for that.
Oh.
And
Okay.
the medical card was supposed to cover the surgery, but somehow something happened with my medical card and it, like, they had some issue with how it was put into the system over at the public aid office. So I was kind of working on that, and then all this stuff happened.
Okay. Okay. So what was the surgery? Do you know what the surgery was?
She needed a bracket and a chain put into a back tooth to pull it like forward so they could get it out.
Okay.
It was like a baby tooth or something.
Okay. The next thing is that she will be current on her immunizations, and that also is evaluated as satisfactory. I will tell you, with regards to the orthodontist, that is always really difficult for kids who are in care because sometimes one orthodontist doesn't want to touch another orthodontist's work, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So hopefully you can get the issue resolved with her previous ortho so that we can get her back in with that ortho. That's my hope anyway. So
Yes.
I'll ask you to follow up on that.
I didn't really know what was going on with any of that because I have not talked to her. And I'm pretty sure all my children were current on their immunizations and stuff when they were taken in the beginning of May.
Yeah, there's nothing that indicates that
Right.
you didn't have them current. It's just when I look in their history, it just shows me whether or not they've been immunized.
I just wanted
there's
to.
no allegation about that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Nope, no problem. The next one is for Ms. Haley to complete high school and maintain passing grades. Now, this is evaluated as unsatisfactory because she has not been really completing her online homework.
Yeah, I kind of seen that.
The agency has been in contact with her school counselor, and they're going to try to see if they can come up with a plan to kind of help her get caught up on some of her work.
Is she still going to Richwoods?
It doesn't say in here. It doesn't say in this particular section.
Okay.
It does say that she was getting a D in welding, an F in English, a D in math and science. So her grades right now aren't the greatest. So we got to get her to get that homework turned in.
Okay.
Okay. So the next one is for counseling, and this is evaluated as satisfactory. They are working on getting her into a counselor that has a specific certification in a particular kind of counseling that was recommended for her EMDR. And so we're just waiting to hear back on when she can start.
So she's not really in counseling yet, or she's about...
Yeah, she's like your son. She's on a waiting list.
Okay.
Okay.
Do their school counselors count as some type of counseling?
Unless they have the appropriate credentials to be certified mental health counselors, then they may or may not. Some schools offer them and some schools don't.
Okay.
That word counselor can kind of be confusing a little bit. You know, like if they're a guidance counselor, then that's just what they are. They, do the college prep, and they're not necessarily a mental health counselor.
Now, do I have the right to maybe help find a counselor so it might go a little bit quicker for them? Like, I mean...
No. While the department has custody and guardianship, the department is the one that has to consent and locate those things because we have contracts to pay for it with certain people. So, while if you would like to give a recommendation, but you necessarily can't consent or set that up, you won't be able to do that.
Well, I know I kind of brought this up before, but I don't know if this is the appropriate time to, or if I'm supposed to do it later, but the, how long it's taken to even try to get the counseling date?
Yeah.
Seems to be an issue.
This is something I will, so that again, that's part of my role is to address if there are, now, let me be real clear about my role. I guess I didn't explain that to you at the beginning. My role is to go over the plan with you, just like we're doing right now, and to give you your rights, which I did. If there were issues that I feel like need to be addressed and followed up on, my role is to document those and send them to the agency for them to address. I am not Peggy or her supervisor's boss, okay? But I do say, you know, these kids have been in care at this point for 6 months and they need to be in counseling, or, you know, we got this medical issue for Harley.
Right.
We need to follow up. And then I also alert other individuals within DCFS who can kind of help get those things going, okay?
These have really been my only concerns, is the neglect I feel is being put on my children, because this is not what was happening in my house. And I'm just...
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, so
yeah, I do know.
That's my role, and so I will document those things. And again, that's what you can contact the advocacy office and file appeals on behalf of if you have those types of concerns, okay?
Okay, I appreciate it.
No problem. The next thing, the next portion is Michaela. And Miss Michaela, her education